Hey YouTube! So on my channel I want to start a new series where I make a monthly playlist video talking about the music that I've been listening to for the past month. And I thought that I would start in December. And let me just say first off, I listen to a lot of music. I'm constantly listening to a lot of music, like every hour of every day. So I have a little note over here of the albums that I specifically want to talk about, because the way that I listen to music is I tend to listen to full albums instead of just random songs. So the first one that I want to talk about is actually a single that Will J released. It was actually last month, but I've been listening to it a lot this month because it's a Christmas song, and it's called Christmas Come Early, and it's a really catchy Christmas song, but it's festive, but it's not like too festive, and it's really good live too, and it's just a really catchy song, and you should go and listen to it. And I made a playlist of all of these albums that I've been listening to the past month, and I will link it in the description box below, and it's on Spotify. And you can also just follow me there to just see what else I'm listening to. And the next thing that I was listening to a lot this month was actually his self-titled EP, mainly because I saw him at the beginning of the month and I was just really excited, so I was listening to it a lot. And my favorite song off of that EP is Hit List. And the next EP that I was listening to a lot was the House on Cliffs EP, Skin and Bones. And my favorite song off of that EP is Demon Days. So two other albums that I'm like constantly listening to all the time are Shift by Avalon Young and Last Year Was Complicated by Nick Jonas. But I won't really talk about that much in this playlist video because I'm just constantly listening to those. And another single that I've been listening to a lot lately is called Maxine by Diana Jang, and she's a new artist that I discovered this month. And she's coming out with her EP in February, I think she said, so I'm really excited for that, and I'm going to be making an artist spotlight video for her when that comes out, so stay tuned for that. And she listens to a lot of really cool music too, and so a couple of albums that I actually listened to because of her suggestion was one is called The Altar by an artist named Banks, and she was singing one of her songs, I think Gemini Feed, on one of her broadcasts, and I like fell in love with the song, so I was like, I have to go find it on Spotify, and then I did, and I listened to the entire album, and the album is really great. You should go and listen to it, but my favorites are Gemini Feed, Lovesick, and Trainwreck. So those are my three favorites from the album. And then the next album that she got me into is a little duo, I think they're a duo, called Oh Wonder. And they only have one album, but I listened to that, and the whole thing is really good too. But my favorites are Drive and Technicolor Beat. And then there was another single that came out this month, which is by a band called Before You Exit, and it's called Clouds. And this song was written for Christina Grimmie. I don't know if I'm saying her name right, but if you don't know, she passed away unfortunately, and she got shot at one of their shows, so they made this song like in her honor, which is really sad. And when I listened to the song, I started sobbing, because even though it was for her, it made me think about that and everything that happened, and it's really sad. But it also made me think about my grandfather, who passed away like 4 or 5 years ago, and it's the holiday season too, so it just made me really sad thinking about that. And it's a sad song, but it's a really good song at the same time, and it's kind of comforting as well. The next EP that I discovered this month was called We Are the Wrecks by a new band called The Wrecks, and they're like an alternative rock group. And my favorite song off of that is called I Don't Like You. It's kind of a funny song, but it's really good and catchy, and the 3 songs that are on there are really great, and I can't wait to see the music that they come out with in the future, because I think I'm going to really like this band. So those were all the English music that I listened to this month because I listen to K-pop as well, so I'm going to talk about those songs that I listened to this month. So I'm always listening to The Clan Part 1 and 2 by Monsta X because I'm addicted to those albums, so those are on play like every single day. But a new release that came out this month that I really liked was called Good Timing by B1A4, and my favorite songs off of that are the title track Good Timing, the title track is called A Lie, which not a lot of K-pop songs make me cry, but this one made me cry, especially when I saw the live performance of it because it's just so emotional, and it's just a really good song, and I love all their voices in it too. And then my other favorite songs are Good Timing, which is very catchy and upbeat, and it's just a really fun song. And then my other two favorites are called To My Star, which is a really sweet song, and I love it a lot. And also Melancholy. Melancholy is a really good song, and you would think by the title that it would be like a sad, slow song, but it's actually a lot different than you would think, and you should go and listen to it to see why. So, an older K-pop album that I've been re-listening to a lot this month is Pink Tape by FX, mainly because I bought it at the K-pop store when we went. And my favorite tracks off of this one, I love all of them, and it's really hard to pick a favorite. But my favorite ones off of it are Pretty Girl, Signal, Goodbye Summer, and Toy. And if I had to pick a top two out of the whole album, I think my favorites would be Goodbye Summer and Toy because I just really love those songs. So the next album, K-pop wise, that I've been listening to a lot is called The Real One by a group called 24K. And it's a really good album. Sorry, I had to think about what I was going to say. But it's a really good album, and my favorite tracks are Honestly, But I Love You, and Oasis. And But I Love You is such a good song. There's a lot of English in it actually, which is my favorite thing about the song. And it's just a really cute and romantic song, and it's probably like my second favorite. I think my first favorite is Honestly. But yeah, those are my favorite off of that album. And the next group that I've been listening to a lot and getting into a lot lately is called Astro. And if you follow me on Twitter, you know that I've been fangirling about Astro a lot lately. I've just fallen in love with them. And I've been listening to all of their albums a lot, but I've been mainly listening to Spring Up because it has my favorite songs on it. My favorite title track is Hide and Seek. And my favorite Astro song overall is Innocent Love. That song makes me feel so many things, and I love it so much. But I really like their title track called Breathless off of their summer album, I think it was. And then I also really like their newest title track called Confession, but all of their songs are really good, and you should go and give them a listen. And then another group that I've been getting really into lately is called Pentagon. And I started watching their show last night, and I'm really glad I did because they're really great. And this last week, I've literally been listening to their album like every day on repeat, the first mini album, because I like the first mini album more than the second mini album. And my favorite songs off of that one are the intro called Wake Up, which is actually a really good intro, and I love it a lot, and I wish it was a full-length song. And then the other two favorite songs that I have off of the album is one is called Lukewarm, which is actually my favorite song like in general right now out of everything that I listen to because it's amazing. Like I can't say enough how much I love this song. Like it just gives me so many feelings, and I love all their voices, and it's just a really good song. And then the last favorite song that I have from that album is called Organic Song, which this was the song that kind of got me into Pentagon because I watched Edon's performance of it, and that's when I was like, okay, Edon is my bias. Like, there's no way he's not my bias. I just really love Edon's rapping and his stage presence, and I think he's incredible. And the whole group is just amazing, and I can't wait to hear more of their music. And the last album that I've been listening to a lot more this month is Wings by BTS. And my favorite songs off of that album are the title track, Blood, Sweat, and Tears. It's just really catchy and just overall a good song. And then for solos, my favorites, I think Begin is my favorite. And I think that's Jungkook's solo, if I remember correctly. And then I also really like First Love, which is Yoongi's solo, I think. And Yoongi's rapping is just everything. Like, there's so much emotion in his songs, and I just love him. And my other favorite one is Mama, of course, because I'm J-Hope biased, and I just love his voice and his songs. And then my last favorite one is Awake. So those were all of the albums that I have been listening to nonstop this month. And comment below what is the album that you have listened to the most this month, whether it's an English album or a K-pop album, it doesn't matter, or if it's another language, because I think music in all languages is really cool. And so I hope you enjoy this video, and I'm going to try to start making these monthly just because I listen to a lot of music and I think it's cool to hear what other people are listening to as well. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos like these. And I plan on finally posting my most played albums of 2016. Sorry, I'm talking really fast. I plan on posting that video next at the end of the week, and that'll be my last video for this year. But I have a lot of fun things planned for next year, so yeah, thank you for watching. Bye.